Welcome back to another episode of Local Search Tuesdays. It's the last Tuesday of 2020, so this week I'm sharing a list of the 10 most popular episodes of the year. The first episode of Local Search Tuesdays was released on January 6th, and I've published an episode every Tuesday since. I've been doing a local SEO video series for about 8 years now between various agencies. Okay, I was wrong. It's actually been 11 years now. I just looked it up. Check this out. It's the first video I ever did back in June of 2009. But this is the first time I've ever released an episode every week of an entire year. Thanks so much to all of you who've watched Local Search Tuesdays and helped us on this journey. On the SearchLab website, our videos are hosted on Wistia, but we also upload episodes to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. To calculate the most popular episodes, I'm aggregating analytics data from all 4 sources with slightly more weight assigned to the Wistia videos and to the YouTube videos since those also show up in Google searches. So after compiling and sorting through all the data, here's the list of the most popular episodes of Local Search Tuesdays in 2020. If you're watching this on our blog or YouTube, links to each of the videos are included below. If you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn, check the link to the blog post in the comments and you can get all the links to the videos there. Number 10, keywords and customer reviews will help you rank in Google. I talk about how if a customer leaves certain keywords in a review, you'll rank better for that keyword. And I share a Jedi mind trick to help you get customers to use those important keywords without explicitly telling them to do so. Number 9, read your content out loud. Your website content needs to sound conversational, so I share a simple tip to test it. Number 8, GMB updates for the coronavirus outbreak. Google rolled out a ton of different updates to Google My Business profiles because of the COVID pandemic, so I explain them and how and when they should be used. Number 7, how to see your competitors' Google My Business categories. The categories that you choose for your GMB listing have a huge impact on your visibility in searches. So I show you how to check which categories your competitors have chosen for their profiles. Number 6, my presentation on Data Studio from BRIGHTON SEO. This one's a longer video since I share my entire presentation on tips for using Google Data Studio from the BRIGHTON SEO conference in the UK. Number 5, digital marketing tips for 2020. SearchLab London. Back before COVID, when we still had in-person conferences, I used to grab all the speakers and have them share a quick digital marketing tip. This was my compilation of tips from the speakers at SearchLab London at the end of 2019, and it includes a life-changing tip from Rand Fishkin at the end. Number 4, Google My Business rules update for car dealers. I explained the Google update from earlier this year where Google changed the eligibility rules for GMB listings for car dealers, allowing dealers to have separate department listings for service and parts. Number 3, prove you need SEO with simple math. I run through a simple back-of-the-napkin equation that helps easily demonstrate why local SEO is an absolute necessity for any local business. Number 2, using UTM tracking on your website link in GMB. I explain how Google Analytics attribution is broken, and many of the clicks on your website link in your GMB listing end up listed as direct traffic. By using a simple UTM code, you can ensure that all of your organic traffic is correctly attributed. And our most popular episode of 2020, my post-COVID local SEO presentation from PUBCON. Another longer video, I share my presentation from PUBCON outlining how local digital marketing needs to change in a post-COVID landscape. And honorable mention goes to the video I had the most fun with, my top 10 list of lesser-known horror movies for Halloween. Obviously, I'm a movie nut, and I'm particularly obsessed with horror movies. For the Halloween episode, I shared my list of the 10 most badass horror movies that most people haven't seen. Thanks again to everyone who watched my videos throughout the year. Hopefully you learned some helpful information and laughed a little along the way. And now it's time for the final virtual high five of the year. So put your hand on the screen right here and say it with me. We totally just high-fived because you learned something awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next year for another episode of Local Search Tuesdays.